from the Bay Area's local news station. We begin now with breaking news.
And that breaking news this morning, 29 people killed, 52 people injured in less than 13 hours in 2 more mass shootings in this country. The latest shooting happened early this morning in Dayton, Ohio, where 9 people were killed, 26 others were injured. And then just hours before that, a gunman opened fire in El Paso, Texas, killing 20 people and injuring 26 others. For the very latest now on the shooting in Texas, we want to go live to Camila Bernal. She's in El Paso.
This community is heartbroken, and while many are still mourning, officers are still here at the Walmart. If you take a look behind me, the officers are blocking the entrance to the Walmart, and you can still see a lot of the cars that we believe belong to the victims, to people who were here yesterday and had to leave their car overnight. According to authorities, the victims, the bodies, are still inside of that building. Officials just investigating, trying to piece together what happened, looking at this very gruesome, very horrific scene that they're now investigating, not just as capital murder, but as domestic terrorism.
All I want to do is find my mom. Somebody needs to tell me where she is. I want to know if she's dead or alive, or if she's still in Walmart.
Emotions running high as families wait, desperate for answers.
My brother spoke with her at 10:31. She was in the line at Walmart, and that was the last we've heard of her.
Just before 11 a.m. local time, police say a 21-year-old white man opened fire as he walked into an El Paso, Texas Walmart, killing and maiming as he made his way from aisle to aisle.
He didn't say anything. He walked in and started shooting at everybody.
The store was full of people, with many trying to get a jump start on back-to-school shopping. 3 sources say the suspected gunman is from Allen, Texas, some 600 miles away. Police say the suspect surrendered to authorities without incident.
Glad to say that we did capture him and that he will be able to face justice.
Authorities saying the suspect is expected to face capital murder charges and possibly hate crime charges.
There were 20 families that woke up whole this morning with their loved ones, and when the sun sets tonight here in El Paso, they'll go to bed without them.
And the sun is out. It's almost 24 hours after that horrific shooting, and many are still without their loved ones. That is why today the focus is the victims. A lot of these people who lived in this community, that's mothers, fathers, sons, friends, just people who loved El Paso and who are here and who will be missed and remembered in the coming days. Reporting live in El Paso, Texas, I'm Camila Bernal. Back to you.
Thank you for that live report, Camila. And we're learning more about the latest mass shooting, this one in Dayton, Ohio. It happened overnight. We know that it happened at a popular shopping and entertainment district downtown. Investigators say one man with a rifle who was wearing body armor and carrying extra magazines opened fire around 1 a.m. 9 people were killed, 26 others were injured. Police did respond quickly. They killed the gunman within 1 minute after he opened fire. Earlier this morning, the mayor of Dayton was talking to reporters, saying this is a day she hoped would never come to her city.
Look, as a mayor, this is a day that we all dread happening, and certainly what's very sad is I've gotten messages from cities across the country is that so many of us have gone through it. Today is the 250th mass shooting in America. It's sad that it's in the city of Dayton.
Well, investigators have not yet released the name of the gunman nor a motive at this point. They are expected to talk to reporters this morning in a briefing. We'll have that for you as soon as it happens. These new tragic developments come as the community of Gilroy remembers the lives lost during the Garlic Festival shooting, as today marks 1 week since that heartbreaking incident. KRON 4's Christina Tatro joins us live from Christmas Hill as people prepare to return to that park to pick up what they left behind. Christina?
Now, Christmas Hill Park is home of the annual Garlic Festival, a family fun-filled event bringing thousands to this area every year. And it quickly turned into a deadly mass shooting. And now 1 week later, you can see behind me, it's still blocked off. And they're investigating this crime scene. But this weekend, people can now return back to go ahead and clean up the mess that was left behind. Many vendors and people who left things after the shooting started, they're able to come back in with buses and shuttles to retrieve those items, cleaning up basically the mess and the horror of what was left behind. And as I had mentioned, many vendors, they abandoned their equipment and vehicles and more after the attack, in which 4 people died, 3 victims and a gunman, and then 16 more were wounded. Now, all 3 victims were at what was supposed to be that fun-filled event when their lives were cut short. That was 25-year-old Trevor Irby, who recently moved to California from New York, 13-year-old Kayla Salazar, who is from San Jose, and 6-year-old Stephen Romero, also from San Jose. Now, the people coming back in, as I had mentioned, they left a lot behind here, and it's going to be bringing back, I'm sure, a lot of memories. But we actually spoke with one vendor who's very relieved that this process can go ahead and take place.
I want to get it out of the way, you know, because everybody's got stuff there, and you know, we got to get everything out of there so they can take the tents down and clean the park up and clean the whole place up.
Now, everyone who's going to be coming back to the park today has to do so by shuttle or bus. Those are going to be running from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. I'm reporting live here in Gilroy. Christina Tatro, KRON 4 News.
All right, Christina, thank you for that live report. We'll check in about 30 minutes with an update. And we'll continue to update you on the 2 deadly mass shootings, both here on the air this morning and also on KRON On and through the KRON 4 News app. So make sure you have it downloaded to your mobile device. Let's turn our attention to the weather this morning as we take a live look outside from the Embarcadero. The fog is still hovering over the bay, and Dave Suarez here with the forecast. Hi, Dave.
Hey, good morning, Marty. Good morning, everyone. Doing the fog morning drill again. We are across the bay. Temperatures backing off a little bit in just about all locations. A little bit. It's still going to be kind of toasty in those inland valleys, and still some token 90s to be had. This shot coming in from Tiburon, again covering up a good portion of the bay, and the Golden Gate is way off to the distance. Forget about it. You're not going to see it, as it is up at close and personal. We still can't see the towers, both near and far. And this will be the last clearing spot along the journey. It may be a little rough just about all day today. Looking at the projections as we go to about 12:45 or so, still a good bit of coverage we're seeing at the coastal areas. You will notice places like Point Rey, of course, stick out, Half Moon Bay, and even portions of the residential districts of San Francisco. Then it comes back again overnight, greeting us tomorrow morning. Look at the coverage, though, extending pretty far inland, even into the Central Valley for this type of fog. Certainly the East Bay shoreline all covered up in the Delta as well. So for temperatures now, we're getting up to about 69 Antioch, 65 Concord. We already saw from Sunol, we're seeing some sunshine off to the East Bay. 50s, upper 50s at that, up to the North Bay. 56, meanwhile, for San Francisco. Speaking of Sunol, here's a nice deep blue skies. 82 at high noon, 89 by 3. Again, still might see some lower 90s at work there as well. We'll take a look at your extended forecast coming up in just a bit. Marty.
All right, Dave, thanks a lot. Well, coming up on KRON 4 News Weekend, heartbreak across the country as police investigate 2 mass shootings, one at an entertainment district in Dayton, Ohio, the other at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas. We'll have the very latest for you on the investigations coming up after the break.